But this home behind me is just one example of how strong those winds were. Crews have spent the last 2 full days taking down a 70-plus-year-old oak tree that damaged this home.
Business has gotten really slow, cutting their profits. And across the shopping center, popular restaurant Daniel Boone says sales dropped more than 10%.
The accident happened just after 2 when a green GMC Envoy left from Marshall and was headed westbound right here on I-20. Now, when they hit this spot, for some reason, still undetermined, that truck ran off the road, hit this Tank Farm Road sign, rolled down the hill, landed right here on the access road.
Roughly 2,500 Chapel Hill students rely on buses like this one each day. And while the body style hasn't changed much since 1977, the safety features have. Send their crime reports to the Texas Department of Public Safety in Austin. From there, those numbers are sent to Washington, D.C. to the FBI, and Sowell says those numbers simply got lost in translation. Get rid of those outside lights. But if you do need light outdoors, use a yellow light. They're less attracted to those. The European economy has gotten weaker, especially in countries like France and Greece. Over in China, growth has slowed, bringing down demand, and that all means lower gas prices right here in the United States.
Well, Justin and Jillian, this may just look like a mound of dirt, and while it technically is, this is also the parking lot where the jail expansion will continue.
That adds up to more than 126,000 city dollars, but the city says those numbers can be wiped away for safer roads.
The price for regular unleaded averaged $3.84 a gallon. Tonight it's down to $3.49 at this station in Tyler, and that's a 35-cent difference. Multiply that by the average 12-gallon tank, and you're saving $4.20. And well, for me, those savings add up to a latte. Well, since September of last year, these two candidates have been out in the county earning trust and support from voters. And after last night's tight results, Larry Smith and Chris Green say the next 11-week stretch isn't time to slack off.
Yeah, so that's all.
It was surreal and hectic and a lot of emotions, but yeah, we're really happy to be in a runoff.
Tuesday night's watch parties weren't the end for Chris Green and Larry Smith.
It was all day yesterday, thinking about going into last night with 3 very viable candidates. I knew it could have come out either way.
Both candidates say they're ready to go head-to-head.
Not to take anything away from him whatsoever, but I've been running on my experience, my education, and things of that nature.
We're going to be competitive, I promise you, and very happy with the support that we have. And hey, stay with us because we can win this thing in July.
Both candidates say 2 more months of campaigning doesn't mean they're going to add more signs to the side of the road or ads on TV. They say they're going to keep doing what they've been doing the whole time, just reaching out to voters who didn't vote or didn't vote for them the first time.
Continue more of the same, but we'll certainly re-strategize on targeting different locations and primary voters.
I don't want to leave any stone unturned. I want to be the sheriff for everybody, even those that didn't vote for me.
And they say they'll do so by clearing the air on their goals as Smith County Sheriff.
Each division within any law enforcement organization has to work very well, very effectively and efficiently together. I'm not talking about going in there cleaning house. I want to keep every man and woman I can that's worked there at that sheriff's office.
The misconception is that Chris is going to fire everybody, and that's the farthest thing from the truth. I've never said that, but I have mentioned overhauling, part of the administration. It's just business.
Business as sheriff that won't be decided for another 11 weeks. Now, whoever does win the Smith County Sheriff's election will be sworn into office January 1st of next year. Justin?
And Amanda, what about those voters who weren't registered or didn't vote in the May election? Can they vote in this runoff?
Absolutely. The Smith County Elections Office says any registered voter can still vote in the July runoff. They say if people need to get registered before then, they can certainly help with that too. There are about 100 bars and restaurants in Smith County that sell mixed drinks, beer, and wine, including this restaurant, Zaza's. It opened just last week, and the owner tells me he's not concerned about his sales if the wet vote passes in November. The bar shelves are stocked with a variety of wines and mixed drinks. And at his second restaurant in Tyler, owner Cedric Fletcher welcomes the possible change.
It'll bring in all types of tax revenue, and as long as the county uses the revenue correctly that it brings in, I think it's a good thing for the county.
Fletcher says people who choose to drink at restaurants do it for the social experience.
If it comes to pass, we'll have better purchasing power as a region.
That's power, he says, could give customers more beverage options.
Right now it's difficult to get certain wines, it's difficult to get certain beer, certain alcohol, because they'll say, okay, you guys in Smith County, y'all don't buy, so we're not gonna allocate as much wine to this area.
But restaurants aren't the only place people can go to get a beverage. Stores surrounding Smith County and even some in the county, like AJ's Place here in Troop, sell beer and wine, but they also sell something else, liquor. And it's this combo purchase the owner says will keep people coming back out of convenience.
Why would they want to make two separate stops?
Stores are allowed to sell alcohol in some Smith County precincts. This proposal would include Precinct 2. AJ's Place owner Albert Johnson isn't thrilled by the idea of new competition, but he isn't getting involved in the politics.
Will not be a part of the opposition. It's not up to me to tell them no. It's their choice. They have to make it, not me.
About 30% of Johnson's sales come from people who drive in from Tyler, and says if the vote passes, he's ready to fight to keep his customers.
My prices are already extremely competitive, but if I need to, yes, I do have room to be more competitive.
Two Smith County businesses not afraid of possible change come November.
It's not all about just the alcohol itself. It's about the experience, the dining experience, and the social experience.
And restaurants like Zaza's are about to get a true feel for what their sales may look like if that vote passes. East Texas economist Ray Perryman is starting a study next month to see the impact of beer and wine sales on both restaurants and the city's sales tax. Justin, he'll present his results to the Chamber of Commerce early September. In Tyler, Smith County, Amanda Robertson, KYTX, CBS 19 News. Back to you. At this table alone, 170 lunches were passed out because when school's out, so are the lunches so many kids depend on. It isn't just another day at the park.
What do you think you'd be eating for lunch if this wasn't here?
I don't know.
Destiny Williams has wrapped up the end of her elementary school career, but says how she's spending her time this summer is nothing new.
A couple of my friends, they told me about it, and last year I just came and I had fun, so I decided to come back this year.
You want lunch? Thank you. Enjoy.
It's a good free meal and it's actually pretty good.
They good because the chicken nuggets, they a little spicy.
Brothers Anthony and Dominic Lockie are also enjoying another year of the summer food program.
They good. We don't really have anything to eat at the house.
The locations are selected because they're in areas where the need is the greatest.
Dennis Cullinane is the East Texas Food Bank Executive Director.
To a lot of the children that we're serving today, the school lunch is probably their only meal or their most important meal that they can get balanced nutrition.
And in just 15 minutes, more than 150 kids have come through this line to pick up a meal. Today's lunch, chicken nuggets, corn, chocolate milk, and orange juice. And they won't see this meal again for another 4 weeks.
It's always changing so that they don't get bored.
The food bank plans to serve more than 175,000 meals this summer.
We're going to feed a lot more kids this year. Last year, we've got 10 more sites than we had last year.
Food for the body and brain. And Destiny says next summer she wants to be on the other side of the serving line.
This is to help out families, and I really like it, and next year I would like to volunteer.
And not only did the summer food program kick off today, so did the city's summer playground program. 5 new playgrounds were added to 5 Tyler parks, including this one at City Park. And Justin, this slide gets an A+ in my book. Justin?
Looks like you had some fun with that. That's fantastic. Amanda, these lunches are being served at 56 sites across East Texas. But when can families and kids take advantage of the free meals?
Well, Justin, most sites will serve lunch Monday through Friday, some even breakfast. Any kid 18 or younger is invited. They can get in on the free meal. All they have to do is show up. Live from the slide at City Park in Tyler, Smith County, Amanda Robertson, KYTX, CBS 19 News. Justin and Amy, I'm off to find those 4 other slides and see which one's the fastest, so I'll let y'all get back to the news. Back to you.
All right, thank you. We want to ride the slide.
This is the first game for the Chapel Hill freshman football team to play without their teammate Dorian Timmons, but his family has been by his side since he slipped into that coma Monday afternoon. They took a break from the hospital and are here tonight to support the freshman Bulldogs. You can see them up in the stands wearing yellow shirts that all say Timmons, and a few of his family members, his sister up there in the yellow jersey wearing his number 22. It's all in Dorian's honor tonight. Dorian's father tells CBS 19 after talking with the doctor, Dorian did not have a blood clot threat in his brain, did not have pre-existing medical conditions that may have sparked the coma. His dad tells us a helmet-to-helmet injury caused his son to have a seizure and slip into unconsciousness. For Dorian's fellow football players and coaches, tonight's game is all about honoring him.
When you talk about Dorian Timmons, he's a wonderful kid. He's great, not only in athletics, but he's great over there in school. He's a great human being. He's got great character. He loves people, and we're just our prayers go out to him, and we want to support him.
Dorian played defensive and running back, and one of his cousins is also on this freshman team. Now, Coach Sitton told me that this group is a very tight-knit group for these freshman players, and on the field, coaches, teammates, people in the stadium are wearing these number 22 wristbands, just another way to remember Dorian tonight and him not being here. Now, the coach also said different coaches, different teammates have been going to the hospital every day, encouraging Dorian to wake up. Jillian?
Now, Amanda, we know Dorian's family's been staying by his side, as you mentioned. Have they said anything new about his condition?
Well, in speaking to his dad earlier today, Mr. Timmons said that there is a lot of good news. He moved his head for the first time this morning. He's responding to the stress test, responding well to the medicine, so certainly looking like he's wanting to wake up, and for his mother, that can't come soon enough.
I think really it was just a freak accident. Purely just a freak accident, and it could have happened to any child on the field. It just, this time, just happened to be my child.
And when his mother came in, I asked how Dorian's doing. She said, Amanda, just before I left the hospital, I went in, said, baby, I love you, grabbed his hand, and he gave her a little squeeze back. So certainly signs that he is waking up, and we'll continue to follow this. Live from Chapel Hill in Smith County, Amanda Robertson, KYTX, CBS 19 News. Jillian, back to you.